Hello. Um, it's a moment that God is really trying his best also to be able to look at the well-being of the team, because we talked of the team, how God began calling some people and bring them together. And so now it's a time whereby I'm almost coming out. I'm now in Form 4. This is now the red line. I'm almost going out.
You finished the school.
I'm finishing the school, and so this is the trajectory now to the finish. I'm now moving out, and it was such a
And God's heart was for the team.
God decided for the team. How will they
Exist after
after this? It's now leaving it in the good hands. And God began sensitizing me about it's time when God is leaving these people in the good hands. And this is, and also we looked at it in the previous time whereby the Father is charging the Son. And this is a time again God want to charge somebody to be able to take a lead and take a step and to lead other people. And so God began talking with me about, even in the previous time, there is just somebody my heart just stuck with, and later on God is coming to reveal him, and God is talking to me about him. That is the guy who will be able to take the responsibility, Stephen Baraka. And now he's like the coordinator. So I had now to be able to build. Now God is coming to teach me about building the leadership. And this is a time it was so incredible how God was coming in my life. And it's like I'm now building the leadership team, whereby now how can they exist without me? How can they depend on themselves? And track the heart of God.
Even after you have left school.
Even after I've left school. So God came in also with the structures. Also forming those leadership, it's just structures. And so we had the level that was called executive attaches, which was very close to me. The people who are very close to me, their main work was exactly reviewing some of the things that we have already taught. Just reviewing those things. And and under them, under executive attaches, we had a family leader, we had education leader, and we had a revenue leader, and we also had education leader. We had a technology and communication leader. We had all of these people who are able to coordinate, and help out in helping out.
And everybody was involved in his area.
And it's like, everybody was involved in their area. And remember this time that some people who have already done their national exam and they've gone. And there is now the second layer and a few of the first layers. They are still there, and it's like God is still building up. And the first layer was able to be able to help a lot in building this second layer that is coming.
Yes,
they're able to coordinate and help out and help them to understand the heart of God and what is really exactly happening in the team. And so it was beautiful how God was forming it. And
and they knew each other very well.
They knew each other very well.
They knew each other.
And there was also a relationship leader and also writing leader. People who used to capture some of the things that I used to speak, even at the parade. And they document those things now.
And they bring them to the group for discussion.
Exactly. So there was that coordination. This time now I was about to be busy. And it's like, and it's like
and therefore they had to exist on their own. And maybe one or two, when they need a question, you could just explain to them, and they go and meet them on themselves. That was great. That was great.
That was a structure that God was forming. So this is a time when now I'm about now to leave. Things are accelerating.
To the end.
Things are accelerating to the finish. Things are accelerating to the finish. And so when things are now accelerating, there's a time now. People who are being chosen to be able to take new positions because other leaders had already done their part, and it's like there's new people who are supposed to be elected in the CU department, also in the prefect government. They are supposed to be elected in the leadership, and it's like, hey, I just admired anything that was associated with books. It's like I just love it. And it made me really to defend what is book. And it's like, I just had passion for books and, things connected with writings. I just love it.
So you are just following your passion?
I was just following my passion. And I remember I wanted now to be a library captain. Remember, the person who is on lead, the person who was in that docket, was Duncan Wesong. I was part of the team that I was leading.
Oh my goodness.
It's now he have really done his part and he has gone. And now here we have been left, and it's like they're searching for the person
people to fill the gaps.
To fill the gaps. And I went to my deputy principal,
Mr. Fred.
Mr. Frederick. I went there and it's like, hey, I know we really bonded, and it's like our relationship grew in a certain manner. And it's like, hey, I was telling him, there's something I want to tell you. There's something I want to share with you. I was like, hey, share with me. Tell me. And at that time, he's busy marking some examinations. And they told me, I told him that I really wanted to take a position of a library captain. And he told me, Joel, yes, you can do it. You can do it. It's just being strong and it's like focused. You can do it. And the principal had their conversation.
You overheard.
He overheard our conversation. And he came out of his office, coming out of his office, and he came and told Mr. Fred, Mr. Fred, Joel can do it. Joel can do it. And he came to me, and he was asking me, Joel, let me ask you a question. Okay, you want to be in this document.
The library captain.
The library captain. What change will you bring out? What
difference? What change?
What difference? What change? Will you be able to protect our property? Will you be able to bring new change?
What reforms?
Which forms? Exactly. What will you bring out on the table at the end of your service or at the end of your work as a library captain? How will you be able to change the view of students now to start like having a good attitude in education? What will you bring on the table? And I told him, sir, I will try my best. And it's like, I believe in myself. And it's like, he told me, yes, you can do it. Just believe in yourself. And they told me, go and now write for us a letter to show us that, yes, you are
applying for the position.
Capable. Exactly. I wrote the letter to my deputy principal, and writing a letter and telling him, yes, there are changes that I will bring. I want to make people to have the same passion that I have
for books.
It's like I want them, because it's anything that is associated with writings. I love it because I love writings. I love writing, and it's like that is my passion. I want to be an author. So anything connected with the books, that is,
bring it on.
Just bring it on. I will be able to protect and really nurture those books very well. I will put them in a good condition. There will never be misuse and destroying of those books. So that one was now talking of, will you be able to protect properties? And also in another position is like, we'll be able to look carefully into those things that students really need for them to be able to develop in the academic and bring them on the table. And that's how I was writing it. And it's like, writing it, and that was some of the unique changes that I wanted to bring. Look into the materials that student needs that is not there, to bring it on board, to be able to be brought in school for the students.
Also developing the passion for them.
Exactly, to also create the passion for them. Because passion, I'm telling you, when a person has a passion,
to really direct your heart to your pastors.
Oh my goodness!
Follow your passion. The passion knows the way to the heart.
Exactly. Nobody will ever stop you. So at this moment, it's like, yes, it's like I'm getting in. And I remember my deputy principal took the form now to Mr. Joseph Maluki, the library teacher, taking it, and it's like all of these people that we know each other. It's like just God have connected us in a very powerful way. And it's like, Mr. Joseph Maluki was very happy that, hey, Joel,
my friend is
joining me. And it's like, this was so, it's exciting.
Defying.
And it turned out to be something more than just working or operating there. And after that, Mr. Fred, I don't know what happened, but Mr. Fred was now promoted to that level, whereby he now transferred
to a different school within the missions of fraternity.
Yeah, exactly. But now to become a principal into another school now in Nairobi now.
Okay.
And it's like, yes, he's gone, and it's like there's a big gap that
was left
between
in your heart,
in my heart. And it's like, because that relationship was so big, it's like it's going, and it's like, who will help me in doing all of these things, like mathematics, like business. I needed somebody who will be able to just hold my hand in
and fit in the shoes of Mr. Fred.
Exactly. There was nobody who could do what he used to do. Even though there was teachers there, I could not find that bonding and close that close bonding very well. Everybody played their own part and their own role. There is how God connected me with them in different way. There is how this person how the person is relating with me, and the person is helping me out is different. It's like they're different, but they're all they're uniting their own unique gifts that God have given to them to be able to help me out.
Okay.
So everybody had their own unique gifts that God gave to them. So they were different. So it's the time now, Mr. Maluki, after now getting this form and the recommendation from principal's office and also deputy principal's office, and it came to and also one of my friend, also the president now in the prefect government, was also to put in his signature and recommendations. And on the same thing, and he also was my friend. He was called Jimmy Mosioki. He was my friend. It's like, hey, Joel must be there. We must put Joel in that docket position. And it's like everybody is coming on board to support me. And so at the parade, I was called and I was chosen as the library captain.
Okay.
And I ended in that docket, and it's like God really brought in a lot of favor upon my life. And this time it's like nobody will be able to to understand the way God was doing things. I was also trusted with the library keys. Imagine a library teacher trusting you with the keys, and it's like, Joel, I know you will be responsible enough to make sure that the library is in order, that the books are in order, things are not like destroyed. I'm being put in the position, so don't really mess up. And God really put a lot of favor upon my life, and it's like I was trusted, and it was amazing. It was amazing. It was amazing how God was working. This is a teacher, and it became like, it is now not like a teacher and a student. It became like, now I'm a brother in Christ. It's like we are able now to share our transformation that took place and pray together, and hold hands sometimes and pray for one another. Sometimes I used to share with him my challenges back at home and some of the things that I went through, and the idea that came to me from God, the vision that came from me from God, to be able to bring and pull the team together.
Okay.
And he was really amazed when I was telling him about the formation. And he told me, Joel, let me tell you the truth. When I came into school, I had that heart to be able to teach people the word of God. But the way they used to be rebellious, and it's like they have a certain attitude towards God, I just stopped teaching. I stopped teaching them the word of God. It's like that is a teacher talking to me. And we shared a lot. There was so much connection. I'm telling you, every single time that maybe one teacher is transformed from this school to another school, every single time the person goes, God brings another person in, a new person to fill that gap. So Mr. Joseph Maluki was now also called into another big school to go there and maybe be a teacher there, a library teacher. And to be able to help other students there. It's like, hey, these people are leaving me. And it was just that way. That's how God planned
those teachers, it's like, these teachers are God-given. Teachers full of passion. So, Yeah. There's a lot that teachers do to shape the destiny.
Oh yeah, they really do.
They shape the destiny.
This a feeling of like they are able to make you feel the power that is in academic. It's like there is so much. They shape you.
Yeah, they shape the destiny.
They shape
and
the destiny.
I remember you quoting some of the thing that your pastor told you.
Yeah.
That go there and make the teachers your friends.
Oh yes,
make your teachers your friends.
Yes.
Be close to the teachers.
Yeah.
So that you may be able to tap that thing that is in the hearts of the teachers.
Yeah, that is prophetic.
And you did very well.
Exactly. I think teachers have, teachers are very powerful from within, because the words that they release to the students, and teachers are very important because they are able to release greatness also upon your life. It's like they're able to make you it's like they can make you great or even destroy it at the same time. Because the way you relate with the teacher matters.
The way you relate to the teachers matters.
The way you relate to the teacher matters.
So we say teaching is more than a calling. It's more than a profession. It's a calling.
That have been the talk of the
It's a
show,
calling. It's more than a profession.
Oh yes. Oh yes. And it's acceleration. And it's acceleration. It moves on. And it's like when Mr. Joseph Maluki moves out, there's another teacher here that came in my life in a very mysterious way. Okay, she was there in the school. She was there in the school. She was one of our laboratory teacher, lab tech teacher. She was called Madam Susan. This was so powerful. How God was bringing her in, and how God was connecting me to her. I was really struggling a lot with the chemistry.
Okay.
Chemistry was like a hard thing to me. Oh my goodness. And practical was also some of the really hard. It was hard because there was some part that required calculation and mathematics. It's like moles and dealing with all of these things, practicals, titrations, and organic chemistry. 1 and 2 is like all of these things required mathematics, and it became very hard for me, very hard. And so this time round is like God is connecting with her in a very mysterious way. And it's like she now started advising me and like encouraging me that, Joel, you can do it. You have a very brilliant mind. If theory is bringing you a problem, I'm telling you, can still make it. It doesn't matter whether you get I don't know what you can get, what you get in theory, but if you do well in practical, you can make it.
Okay.
You can make it. And it's like, she encouraged me. Do not be afraid of these things. They are very easy. I want you to focus on practicals. They will really help you out. They will really help you out. I want you to focus there. And especially, she told me some of the areas to focus on.
Okay.
Some of the things that are being brought many a times. And it's like moles became something at top of the day at that time. And she really told me, I want you to focus on moles because they are brought every single time. They will help you out.
So what was hard? When you're dealing with this teacher, did it come to a place where you looked at her more like a parent?
Yeah.
She, because normally teachers, when they shift another gear, they become more than teachers. They didn't want you to succeed.
Exactly. Every teacher that came in my life, they removed a phrase of a student. They're treating me now like their own sons.
And they wanted you to
their own son. Yeah, and they want me to achieve it. They want me to do it, to make it. It's like, Joel, you can do it. You can make it. And at this time round, it's like titration became and moles became such a mountain in my life. And this time is when, and many times I used to tell her that, what, Madam Susan, I'm really struggling. And she will tell me this, I'm going to try it, it's very hard. Trying many times is very hard. There's a time now I told her, it's really hard for me. I can't really get it. And she told me, come here. She was now, at that time, she was having a
tea break.
Yeah, tea break. And she just paused a little bit. And she thought of how to connect the tea that she's...
How do I help this guy? How?
To get this concept.
How will this guy get it?
Oh, yes. Yeah, and this tea that she's having and thermos that she had. And she's using the tea in the cup and the thermos here to be able to demonstrate for me these things.
How it works.
You know, passionately, logically. And these things were getting inside my mind. And it's like, oh my goodness, it is working. I went and it's like the description of the cup and the tea and the thermos and the watches in the cup stuck in my mind, stuck in my eyes. I went and I did, she gave me a paper to go and try. I went and I did it exactly the way she was explained to me, and I brought it to her. And it's like, there were only some few that she helped me out, corrected a little bit. But she told me, oh yes, you're getting it. You're getting it. And then she gave me another paper. Go and try it again. I did it and it's like, I got everything.
Oh my goodness.
It's like, yeah.
This that
beautiful.
Was beautiful.
Jelly, I've got it. You've got it. That's what we need. This is all that you need. You've got it. It was beautiful.
Teach us, Susan.
It was beautiful.
Wow.
It was
beautiful. Teach us with a difference.
Teach us with a difference.
Teach us with a passion.
I was amazed. And at that moment, it's like I became like also a pro in that area, even though I was never a pro in every area in chemistry. But in this one, I was also teaching some people.
Oh my goodness! About molds.
Exactly, about molds. And the more I teach, the more I get some knowledge. The more I get, I'm increasing the knowledge.
Wow.
And so I was able to tackle different questions. And I'm taking to her. Sometimes I go at the games time when she's about to go home. And we talk. Yeah, and
that's
it's like, it's beautiful. I love what God did. I thank God for everything. I thank God for you, Madam Susan, for what you did, for really encouraging me in those days when like things were turning out to be a mountain. May God really bless you. And my heart still have, have that soft spot.
You'll have to pay for that cup of tea.
Oh my goodness!
One day. You interrupted.
Oh my
she was having a tea break.
Oh yeah.
You'll have to pay one day. That cup of tea.
Oh, I really have to pay.
That cup of tea you have to pay.
I really have to pay that one. Oh my goodness. May really God bless you and keep you. I know I don't have much,